What is up, nerds? I'm Taylor. This is Eddie. It's 2023. Yay.
So thrilled you are.
Well, you sound like you just sucked off a horse. So, I mean,
No, no, it's actually just right here. I've got it's just there's no voice. It's nothing to do with me.
you should have it in this. You should have it already linked, buddy, but you got to. All right, hang on.
Link
I'll
it.
relink. Yeah, hang on. Rob's all high maintenance. He gets 1,000 followers, and he can't go back and look through Instagram chats
The
anymore.
head gets big, and the rest of us have to listen to it.
Hang on, Rob. I'll put it in the chat. Where the hell is my own chat? My own live's not even showing up on my chat. Hang on. Give me a minute.
It's in the shared chats where.
Yeah, that's what I'm aware, but like I said, Rob's monetized now. He's high maintenance. He can't be bothered to go look through like an Instagram chat. He's got money coming in, and Rob's monetized now. He's high maintenance. There you go. You can hear me echo, and there you go.
I'm not on.
Anybody that wants to jump on, you're welcome to. There's the link.
Listen, you sorry sacks of shit. I sat there. I went through the Taylor Winder thing, and looking for it. I went through Eddie's messages looking for it. I searched for Cranky chat, couldn't find it. So I went looking, trying to feed myself first before I came to you. Because I knew that if I didn't pop in, I would hear this. Oh, look who's too good to join us now. So,
we're used to that. We're used to that.
Right. Hey, it's like I'm trying to feed myself, yet I couldn't find it. You guys hid the bait.
And we have to make sure everyone's properly cranky for the get-go, Rob.
Yeah. So. I mean, the problem with Instagram, and this is what I really dislike about Instagram relying on as a messaging system between folks, is simply the way that the messages. When most recent in is on top. So if Eddie's trying to be nice or you and send a link to a show 2 days ahead of time, then you do a big subscriber giveaway with a bunch of people messaging you addresses and congratulations, and then you're in 5 different group chats, and
it all comes back to you being monetized now.
And then I had an Only Slabs guest for this weekend bail at the last minute, so I had to scramble to find a fill in, and so all this message activity, and then you can't find anything from just a day and a half ago.
Yeah, Instagram chat's a hot mess. Like I'm a member of the Link Squad chat, and it doesn't show up anywhere on my laptop. I have to do it from the phone. I know, but Rob,
it's tough. It's tough.
Be a little bit of shit.
No, that's fine.
Yeah, I figured. Let's talk about that San Fran shirt you're wearing. How do you think they're going to do?
So, after watching last week's game, they shouldn't have been that close.
Yeah,
but overwhelmingly, I'd like to think that they got a good chance, but you're still running on third string quarterback.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how well he's been doing within the system that's there. At the end of the day, we saw him, at least he was this week, we got to see some adversity where he was behind, and the defense wasn't stopping the other team every time he turned around. So he had to keep drives going and get them there. So that was good, but do I, at the end, when all the pressure in the world's on there, can he do it? I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. It'll be interesting because my team's kind of caught fire late in the season.
Yeah, we end up in this weird situation now where all of a sudden now, thanks to the Vikings losing this week, we're in the second seed.
Which means if the Packers get in,
right,
it'll be another goddamn Packers-Niners rematch in the playoffs, and you have our number. So.
But the other thing is, if the Niners, either way, the Niners want to win this next week, because they either will maintain the second seed for the first round bye, or if the Eagles lose,
then
the Niners hold the tiebreaker there and get the first number 1 overall seed.
Just get knocked out next round.
Well, we'll see.
Well, it depends. I mean, that's the thing. It's like the Packers are going to have to play either the Niners or if they get it. If they beat the Lions on Sunday night, which by Sunday night the Lions might not have anything to play for, depending upon the Seahawks. And my team's been playing damn good lately, which is not. They were hot garbage most of the year, but they might have done just enough to redeem themselves, and so it'll be real interesting.
I had to actually, root for my wife's team for the Saints to beat Philadelphia. That helped out.
I'm curious. I assume that this Bills-Bengals game that got suspended has ramifications for
probably
playoffs.
does. I don't think they have figured out what they're doing with that yet. Because
I think it's probably going to come down to they're going to look at because they're going to have to at this point focus on this weekend's game.
Yeah.
How does that work?
They're going to have to wait and see. Is there any ramifications
of that game after this weekend?
Yeah, after this weekend, does it matter? If it doesn't matter, then they can.
How do you suit up as a Bills player this week, anyways? Unless you get real good news or real bad news from a hospital, like what do you fucking do? How do you emotionally do that? That'd be wrong.
It's better than what the NFL wanted them to go out on the field.
Yeah,
after they cleared the field.
I didn't watch.
Yeah, apparently the NFL wanted the game to go, but then both coaches said no.
Dude, that's
good idea.
I mean, a guy literally had to get back, resuscitated on the field. That's not good.
They loaded him in the ambulance and you had to pull him back out of the ambulance so you'd have room to resuscitate.
Yeah, I mean that's that's fucking terrifying. Like it's,
it's bizarre.
Well, there's and I don't obviously they haven't released all the information yet, but you remember there used to be things with kids in high schools if there was the whole thing about punching. Yeah, you punch kids in the chest and then people died and stuff because it causes your heart.
And it did look like he got hit there.
Yeah, he grabbed it,
but it also looked like a real common hit.
It didn't look like
but it's all about just right. And
well,
it just causes your heart to skip a beat.
He may have had a pre-existing. The thing you were talking about getting hit with something like that, they say that's extremely rare.
Well, yeah, but
it's not. It's very.
I don't know, y'all.
It could have happened.
Yeah, undiscovered health conditions or anything. I mean, it's all just terrifying shit. It's like
you know the
anti-vaxxers
that say it was the vaccine that did it. They already pulled that shit out of their ass.
It's linked, buddy. The link should be pinned. Anybody's welcome to join, especially if you're a porn bot. So
what if he put sunshine in his sphincter?
Well, thanks, Peter North. You're welcome to come on camera if you want.
I know. Yeah, Taylor's channel get a ding.
Yeah, if anybody wants to come on in, the StreamYard link should be pinned in the.
I've already seen Taylor's crack before we started. I'm good.
Hey, you'd just be happy I had any kind of pants on. So
he got up, turned around, and his shirt flew up for a second, and I was like, "Whoa!"
Yeah, I'm wearing my sweatpants.
I know. I'm kidding. It's a joke.
I know. Eddie, just hurry up and lose your voice already.
My voice is gone already. Pretty bad.
Yeah, there were some tweets I saw about that that were just god awful.
Maybe it's because they were playing on a flat Earth. If they were playing on a curved Earth, it wouldn't have happened. But
curved Earth wouldn't happen. Flat Earth, and some guy said he was his doctor. They had just given him his latest booster on the 26th. And you're like, you're so full of shit, dude. You just broke so many HIPAA rules. It's not even fucking funny.
Oh, that reminds me. I have to go tell my dad to go get another booster shot because he hasn't had the bivalent yet or whatever. So
I got my fourth shot.
Yeah. Well, how old are you, Eddie?
Huh?
How old are you?
50, turning 52.
So there's a fifth one.
Oh fuck, man.
There's a bivalent booster. So
but
it's. I mean, dude.
I just got it last week.
Yeah, it's something to stay on top of. So
I had one in December, whatever that one was.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but you have to look and check with them because it might have been the regular fourth booster, but there's a new one, newish one that a lot of people don't know about because they stopped talking about COVID. But yeah, it's like.
Yeah, no, right now with all the stuff I'm going through.
Oh, how did the weather hit up there, Taylor? Anyway.
I mean, it was cold as shit before Christmas, and we got a couple inches, but it wasn't bad. I mean, Wisconsin also knows how to deal with this shit, so it's not like other states that don't have the infrastructure in place are a lot more screwed than us. Like I stayed off the highways and I drove on Christmas Eve, and it was fine. It was windy. The big problem is when it gets below a certain temperature, the salt doesn't really work, and so they sanded the roads, but people are still driving like it was salted, and so you get assholes driving real fast. And then, low visibility. There were some crashes, but it's not as bad as other places because generally, like, you get 95% of the people that behave and know what the fuck they're doing, and then you get that 5% asshole that makes it a dangerous condition. But
pretty much.
What's really nice is when you don't have family or don't like your family, then you don't have to fly and travel anywhere. Then you get to laugh at everybody.
What's up, Mike? But yeah, anybody's welcome to join in on this hot mess.
Yeah.
So the StreamYard link is pinned in YouTube, and there we go. We've got Mr. Paul Mullenhands himself.
Oh no!
No, don't you envy these hands?
I listen. I'm really waiting for you to just like
Let me shine some light on these hands.
It's some green liquid.
Okay.
How you doing? Man?
What do you mean? Who is that? You get the ultimate person from the comic community to come on the stream and you say, "Who is that?" What kind of
pretty much. You're in New York. Who is that?
It's new comic journey.
He doesn't watch anything other than his own content journey. So
No, when you had the
what's up, Sid?
When you've got the thing below, it doesn't show our names.
Oh,
that's all. I was too tired to think.
Yeah. Anyways,
I'll take that offensive remark for you, and I'll be okay with it. I'll be fine with it.
Are you a football guy at all, Journey?
Giants suck.
I'm a Bills fan.
Oh yeah. Oh geez.
Okay.
So extra rough for you. What's on this? That was a rough. Yeah, it's gonna be.
DJ's alive.
This guy's immediately attacking. He's assuming I'm a New York fan and that I root for the Giants. First of all, the Giants aren't even a New York team. Giants
are in New Jersey.
The Jets aren't even a New York team. The only real New York team out there is the Bills. The Bills. They're the only ones that pay taxes in the same state that I pay taxes in. So I support them.
I respect the Bills. They're a small market team. They're a bunch of jackass, ridiculous fans. I can relate. This is what I grew up with. So
listen, that's what we got. If I had another option, I'd have the other option. But that's
the Buffalo's contribution to culture is some kind of weird ass food thing involving hot sauce. I'm down.
What are you gonna do?
We get fried cheese curds. They go excellent with buffalo wings.
And the one comic denominator is you're freezing your ass off in both places that they created these things.
We were just talking football for a minute, DJ, because if you haven't been paying attention, there was a guy that pretty much died, had to get resuscitated last night on the field. That's pretty scary. So.
I want to say DJ, forget it.
But, all right, well, we could talk comics. Does anybody have any 2023 collecting goals? How about that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry. I was trying to
mute myself. You healthy son of a bitch.
Before I eat my regular food, so I have to eat the fiber. I gotta eat the fiber.
Yeah.
Being healthy is a pain in the ass.
Would you like to know these collecting goals?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Hit me with them.
Okay, so the one larger book that I'm looking to acquire and add to my collection, it's large, obtainable. But it's large. It's Hulk 181. I'd like to add a Hulk 181 to my collection. I don't care if it has a stamp or if it doesn't have a stamp. Doesn't matter. I have a 180 and I have a 182. Both of them don't have stamps.
Nice.
So if it doesn't have a stamp, it'll match perfectly with the rest of them. I just want an original one with the rest of the book complete.
Nice.
And it doesn't look like snot went all over it.
Yeah.
That's it. And as far as other collecting goals, I'm just going to do my normal thing as far as, picking up, obscure little books here and there. And that's basically it.
I'm not two, and I don't know how attainable either of them are. I'd like to get the first issue of 8 Ball from the 90s. First print, ideally. And the problem is it's a very low print run book, but whatever. And so is even lower print run is the first issue of Love and Rockets, which I'd also like to get just because it's got really significant comic history for indie nerd stuff.
Did you see Love and Rockets?
Yeah, the Los Bros Hernandez. Yeah,
I gotta look at my box. I might actually have a copy of that.
Oh, dude, if you have that, I'll buy it off you because, it's worth a fair fucking amount, man. So we can talk, but yeah,
I got some weird indie shit in my boxes. I don't know if it's a number one though. I know that I have a few Love and Rockets.
Yeah, some of those early ones are worth some money because they just didn't print any of them. They didn't, So, yeah, those are my two. I've kind of try to make it somewhat manageable. I didn't really announce any goals last year. I didn't hit any goals last year. So.
It worked
I'm
out well for
working
me
on the
last
same
year.
two things, but I'm gonna start moving more towards Iron Man because X-Men seems to be out of my purview at the moment. Those last 7 issues.
Yeah, unless you can win a lottery or win a raffle.
There was a number 9 up for $300. I just didn't have $300, and it's
Yeah.
gone now. So it was like a 3.5 or something.
Yeah.
DGC already done, so that one would have been. It's not even a big book. It's just Avengers crossover. So I'm
Yeah.
probably gonna try for number 9 this year, and then worry about 1 through 5 and 12 later.
Sure.
I mean, first Juggernaut, oof, that's gonna be harsh.
The one that's gotten really, really expensive. I mean, obviously, number 1 is expensive, but freaking 4 is an expensive freaking book.
Yeah.
Because of Scarlet Witch.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah.
It drives me freaking nuts how expensive. I used to pass up on that all the time, and now that I want it costs an arm and a leg to be able to get a hold of it.
Hell, I still have 2 books sitting at CGC. They'll be back sometime next year, maybe.
Why? How old
you
are
mean
they?
2023 or 2024?
There's 2 old X-Men, 2023, maybe. And
Okay,
they've been there for about.
If they're older books, yeah, it's a long wait.
Oh,
Well, when they
reminds
went
me
in,
of
they
another
weren't a
goal.
long wait. They've been in for 9 months already, I think.
That reminds me of another goal. I'm gonna send my very first ever CGC package
Nice.
for myself personally. I've done it before for my LCS, but
Right.
this is gonna be my first time I'm doing it directly through and I don't know what the results are gonna be. But one of the books that are going to be in there is going to be an X-Men one that I'm going to put in there.
Oh wow!
Nice.
So if they fuck it up, I'm going to be very, very angry.
Are you going to have them press and clean it, or are you going to just?
No, I'm not. No way. I'm not letting them touch anything.
Right.
I'm not letting them take it and put it in a piece of plastic and tell me what the grade is. That's all I want to do.
Well, here's a question I have. I renewed my stuff last year during Black Friday when they had that deal.
Mm-hmm.
My thing didn't renew like May, but I renewed early. When do I run out my $150 credit go away?
I should just log in and look at what your anniversary date is.
It doesn't. Well, I'm logged in right now. I'm trying to figure out where that is. But that
Ladies and gentlemen, old man use technology. That's what this channel is really all about.
Oh no, I'm on it right now, but I don't think it actually.
Eating dinner at 4 o'clock and
6:27.
trying to figure out how to remote control.
Okay,
works.
so I've got 5 months still. I'm going to send in some random books that go to $150.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to help.
Yeah.
Well, no, I've never looked at the account stuff. I'm done. I think I'm done after this.
What about all you jerkwads in the chat? I mean, Sleepy's got a good one. And if you're not following Sleepy Rito, follow his channel. He's got some great reviews and stuff. So give Sleepy Rito a follow.
I mean, for me, I've really like last year. I'm kind of trying to keep it simple.
All the bubble helmets ever.
Yeah, right. I'd like to cross off one of the ASM books that I need off at some point during the year. I want to get Showcase 19.
Oh yeah.
Which is the 3rd appearance of Adam Strange.
There's a few up on eBay lower grade.
Yeah, but their pricing is way out of line with what the retails are, and including one guy who wants like $1,500 for 5.5 or something. And
there was one that was up for auction that was not going too crazy.
So I've been watching them all, but the ones that are on eBay are either buy it now at way too much price and they don't want to come down to where the market is, or they're really trash copies that I don't want because I want a medium, mid high, a 5.0 to 8.0 range book is what I'd like to get on that one. So that's something I'll keep an eye out. I'm just obviously continue to work on my mystery and space run, but the big run that I would like to knock out this year are I'd like to finish off my Invaders run, which only has a handful of books, and I'd like to really get close, if not completely, knock out my Miles Morales back issues.
Those should be attainable. You already have an Ultimate Fall.
Yeah, all right. I have the Ultimate Fall. I have all the big books. For that, including all the number ones from the series. So it's really just finding some back issue books, really, for the most part. I think the the biggest book of the run I'm missing is a book that'll might run me about $125. So it's just a finding them without just going on eBay and pouring through it, because I've got a couple opportunities. I'm going up to this Berkeley book show, comic book show, which is an old school style comic book show that all the people around here in the Bay Area tell me is the show to go to for comic books.
Yeah.
And then I'll be going to Heroes Con this year and in mid year, and then of course I got Fan Expo and stuff. So
Is that really going to be a thing, Heroes Con? Is that many people going to go this year? Because
there's at least right now 10 soft confirmations.
I'm going to try and go to it, so I don't know if that. Yeah.
So I mean, I think it's from people who've expressed. There's at least 15 people that have expressed interest, with about 10 soft commitments, and probably of that, 5 or 6 are probably closer to firm commitments because they live in the area. I've already booked my hotel room, and so it's just a matter of, unless something comes up that prevents me from going, I'm going to be there. And I know Chris the Comic Vet's also booked a room and plans to be there unless something goes crazy.
Well, that depends, Cole.
Anyway,
as long as you promise to only wear socks, then maybe.
I'm strongly contemplating it. Going down there.
The tickets are fairly cheap for the con itself.
That's another reason. It's cheap. It's not that far from me.
Yeah.
I'm in New York, so it'll be an hour and a half flight, something like that.
What's up, Trailblazer?
About an hour and a half flight, I think. That's not bad.
Oh, well, we got our first celebrity influencer will be there too, Mr. Links. So
yeah, there you go.
Hashtag Link Squid, everybody. Hashtag Link.
Who knows? Maybe he's going to bring Flo with him.
Is that the Charlotte one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see how things go.
Was that end of March or
June 13th or something like that?
June 16th through the 18th.
I thought it was.
I'll have the time off. I got plenty of time off.
Which one is in March or April? There's another big one that's going on at that time, right?
I don't know.
I know that. Which one?
MegaCon?
I don't know. There's throughout the summer. There's all kinds of them.
The Link
spring and summer. So.
What's up, Roscoe?
Not the Link Squid.
Yeah, I'm about to say it sounds.
Well, I mean, listen, your channel needs a good mascot that's a little less intimidating than that skull. So just make it a cute little squid.
We said it's actually Links with the Y. So you take the cat head.
Yeah, cat head with a squid body.
With squid body, yes. That's a Link Squid.
Better Link Squad than Squirt Squad. So it could be,
wow.
It could go a different direction.
Well, octopuses squirt black ink, so just.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Oh, 3-day pass over $50.
Yeah, the ticket. The hotel. Last I looked, they didn't have any discounts on the main hotel where Rob's probably staying, but there were $250.
Well, I looked around there. Because I forget what their main one was, but they had 2 that were like kind of deals, and the one I'm staying at is a Hilton property because that's
you like Hilton's, yeah.
Whatever it is, it's gonna be a lot cheaper.
But it's just across the street on the back side instead of the front side.
Yeah, I haven't looked at the map. There was another one. There was a couple up there that were real cheap.
And it's an all suites place, so I get a suite instead. If anybody's hanging out or whatever, then I have that.
Whatever it is, it's gonna be a hell lot cheaper than it is New York. I'll tell you that.
The Home to Suites by Hilton.
It's less than $200 a night. So
is it the Home to Suites by Hilton?
I don't. Yeah, maybe.
It looks like. I mean, that's the Hilton. They got the Hilton Charlotte Center, and then they've got Hilton rates at the Home to Suites.
Yeah, I think that's. I think that sounds right because they had rates there last time.
You try to go on their website and nope, can't do it.
What about any other? Did you make any other dumbass resolutions for the year? Anybody?
Well, are you going for sure, Taylor?
It depends on if I can get off work. I should be able to. I think so. I've got a friend down there I want to visit and stuff. So yeah, I think I'm gonna do my damnedest.
Because I want to bunk with you.
Hell no. I'm sleeping by myself. I am a very light sleeper. I snore and I'm cranky as all shit on the best of days.
Sexy beast. That way we could attract all the women.
There we go.
So yes, Eddie, it's Home to Suites. That's where I'm at.
Yeah, I was looking at. They got
because it's the average is less than a. Actually, it's like I'm paying, with the exception of the Saturday night, it's like $160 a night for a king size studio suite.
Wow,
not horrible.
the Western one, their main one, they got nothing left.
It's not
There
gonna.
you go.
That's not horrible at all.
You can have
Honestly,
backup Taylor comic attorney, aka Cole.
The question, Eddie, though, is whether or not that link is for this year or if that was last year's
Oh,
link.
you're right. It was last year.
Because they usually don't have those out this early. What I
Oh.
did, what I'm doing is similar to what I did with C2E2, is I reserved a room at the hotel that I like, and then when they later on do announce those, oh, look at those rates. If those rates are better, I'll book their group rate and drop my current one because I can drop mine up to the day before without having to pay for it.
Gotcha.
So,
Okay.
where's
I-
when's C2E2?
oh, I was just talking about last time.
C2E2 is what? Is it August? I don't even know.
I don't know. I'm not going this year, so.
It's that
There you
far.
go. Cole says you can.
Maybe not. I don't know. Let's see
You
here.
can Airbnb.
Oh no, C2E2 is the one in March and April. That's the one you might have been thinking of.
I'm making a point of ignoring Cole right now.
But he always just wants to wish you a happy birthday. I mean, I don't understand what the problem is.
C2E2 is the one that's at the end of March.
He's
So,
mocking me. That's what he's doing.
Yeah.
He's mocking me.
I might go down to that one. Like I'm close enough, I can drive it and like whatever. But
I think Brian's been going back and forth down there. Maybe he'll go too.
No, we're making it that because I called my shot early on that one. I'm making it the place to be.
there you go.
So we're looking at Charlotte, North Carolina, right?
The other con that I know that has a lot of people from within our overlapping circles is Planet Con or whatever, which is the one that Becker and Burke and Panda and a bunch of them are going to in Kansas. But
What's up, Tricky? What's up, Scott?
Well, if you go to Kansas, at least we'll get some good barbecue, right?
I get
Yeah,
that.
you're like Benjamin Button that never got younger. I don't really want to hear it, sir. Like,
Holy crap! The flight would kill me.
I'll let you know, Hoarder. I got my.
Well, don't look at
the rest of it, they're nice.
I mean, I was just curious. What kind of flight are you getting, Rob? Do you remember?
I haven't booked my flight yet.
Okay, I'm just fun looking.
I have plenty of time. And those, once you lock them in, become more committed, right? The hotel, I reserve a hotel room. I have zero commitment until 24 hours before.
Eddie, just book on Southwest. It'll be fine.
Oh, fuck no.
I don't know if Southwest go to Charlotte?
I don't know.
Well, I
they don't
think
really go anywhere, Rob. That's kind of the joke.
Well,
if I do it, I'd probably go into Vegas and then leave my car there.
Yeah.
Really.
Well, you might be able to get something out of Salt Lake, but.
Well, yeah, I can go St. George. St. George is like.
No, you don't want to fly out of St. George.
I know.
So unless you're flying to Salt Lake, it's not. There's nothing or Phoenix. It's not cheap.
Oh, we got Todd McFarlane stopping in.
Oh, what the hell? He never visits my channel.
Well,
He's
also apparently a Niners fan. It makes him a really shitty Canadian, I guess, but whatever.
He's bullshitting. He's an Argonaut fan.
Yeah, doesn't he live in Arizona? He's probably a Cardinals fan.
Wow. The difference in price is astounding. Sorry,
ladies and gentlemen, we're going to let Eddie to look at prices that are going to shift rapidly. From
it's why, like when I go to St. George, we always just most of the time, like my kid, he's always coming in and out of Vegas. You know, the only time that I go in and out of St. George's was earlier on in the pandemic when it was still stupid cheap and I could fly first into there for next to nothing. But now it's not. So
about the only thing I really liked that Todd did was this 80s hair on women.
You know, I wonder how many hours it is to drive from New York to there. If it's less than 7 hours, I might even do the drive.
Depends. Do you have a black Trans Am and a big rig full of beer following you? Because if so,
eastbound and down,
and you can do it in less than 24 hours.
Well, anything more than 7 hours, I wouldn't do.
It's about from here to LA 7 hours for me.
Well, yeah, but that doesn't. Never mind.
I know. I'm just saying that's about.
And the only reason I would want to actually drive is in case I actually pick up any books. I don't want to have to carry them on the airplane.
Oh no, that's why I ship them.
Ship them back.
That's not a bad idea too. They have shipping services over there.
There's usually some place that does, but also generally, if you're nice and friendly to one of the locals, they will oftentimes be courteous enough to be willing to ship them back for you.
Nah, I don't trust the local yokels down there. You know,
But like, I mean, what I just did is like, I just bring some of those boxes like that Spider-Man booth boxes with me and fill them up with books, and then if I need to, I can ship them. And
I preferred his King of the Hill, Matt, but to each your own.
Brian, if you legitimately are driving down there and you know how long it takes and you want to take a ride just for the hell of it, why not?
and we
Something
go,
on,
no,
Brad.
split your travel time that by car. That'd be probably a lot cheaper than the
Yep.
two of you flying. That's for sure.
Jeez.
It's not even about the flying. Like it's the convenience of driving up and down. If it's short term, if it's like
Yeah.
for me, it's like taking like I don't sleep. So if I drive overnight and be there in the morning, I'll
I'm
be
just
fine.
saying that every dollar saved is another dollar you can spend on comics.
I don't think that you're gonna save any dollar the way the gas prices are right now. The toll.
Every dollar saved is another drink you can buy me.
Well,
Another Kool-Aid.
yeah. Well, I'll be serving Kool-Aid to everybody when I get down there. That I can assure you of. Everybody's gonna be drinking the Kool-Aid when I get
That sounds like the most terrifying thing that might happen. I'm down.
Everybody gather in a circle. CJ is going to be dishing out Kool-Aid.
Make sure you keep your eye on CJ's hands and make sure he doesn't slip anything in the Kool-Aid, but or unless you ask for it.
Just as a funny note, these companies that you're flying with, I've never even heard of some of these airlines. Sun Country Airlines.
Oh, Sun Countries. That's
They're a Sun
they're
Country
based
and
out of
Frontier,
Florida.
and like they're just
Yeah, it's one of those regional carriers that every once in a while they come out someplace and
Hey, they can get you Vegas to Charlotte for $360 in 11 hours.
Well,
Yeah.
I don't think they could be that expensive in New York.
Which it's one of those things you just got to keep your eye on.
what's up, Kyle? How you doing, man?
But it does all add up, Eddie, because the hotel was going to cost you about $700 or whatever for the weekend.
Yeah,
I figured.
For all that stuff, if you're not, unless you're sure.
Yeah, so you got that, and then if you buy any books or any drinks or any food or anything,
Yeah, I know. I need about $2,000 to play with.
Yeah, and you don't want to run up your card because you just paid it off.
Yeah,
we're still working on that. We're getting closer. The HELOC took a Christmas hit or two.
Now we're back to the steady old ground. Did you lose any grandkids over Christmas, Eddie?
Yeah, there's actually one here tonight. They're still out of school for Christmas, so one came by. It's the 16-year-old's birthday, so he came by to hang out.
Did you get any new dogs?
Nope, still at 4.
Wow, that's a long Christmas vacation.
Did your cars break down? Did your wife leave you for a trucker? And did your
those are all the problems I had. So I mean,
yeah,
I had my catalytic converter on the one of the cars stolen. Yeah, the Honda was parked in the street. Some guy pulled up along. I watched the security footage. Pulled up at like 5 a.m. alongside, popped it up, and removed the catalytic converter. Didn't realize it until the kids went to go to the dentist. Started up the Honda, and it sounded like a Ferrari.
Yeah.
And then. But that surprisingly, I contacted the insurance company because I do still have comprehensive on it, and they're all yeah, you can take it to the shop. There's a shop was less than a mile from me. I drove it over there. He's like, oh well, it could take a while because there's a lot of this going on, and I said no problem. I said it's a third car, I'm good. He goes, you know what? I called my guy. He can have the part tomorrow. The next thing, 2 days later, the car was done.
Nice.
At his back. Then the dryer died. And I opened it up. I opened up the dryer and I find the belt laying there. So, okay, cool. It's a broken belt. You go order a new belt, $18. I'll change it out. And I put the belt on, a damn thing keeps flying off. And I'm, what the hell? And it turns out that the motor pulley was broken too. It had actually torqued and ripped apart. And of course, wouldn't you know, my Maytag is like the older version, because it's 16 years old, where that motor pulley is not sold separately, which would only be a $30 part. Instead, you have to buy the whole motor assembly, which is like $300.
Ouch.
I'll give you that, Nora.
Thankfully, I decided at that point I'll just get a new dryer, and I had these points we get at work. I was able to cash them out and get $800 in Lowe's gift cards, and turn around and buy a new dryer.
I can see the only negative weird thing that happened was like probably 3 days ago on Sunday or whatever. I was sleeping in, my wife comes out, whatever, lets the dogs in and out. I wake up a little later and I look around and I'm like, the back door's shut. There's only 3 dogs here. Front door's locked. We lost a fucking dog. I realized he went through the back gate. He went through the gate to the hallway right here, made his way into this room with a 55-inch TV, and basically ran around in circles in amongst my shit. Galactus was face down without his head on. The 55-inch TV was here on the ground. Comic books strewn all over the place. Cards strewn all over the place. And out of all that, this is all that got damaged. 2 dings on this acetate cover. And
acetate, so it's the most valuable thing in the room.
And a few bags and backing boards took a good walloping.
So-
I mean, I might have some scratches on some newer comics, but I mean, he just laid waste in here and ran around the room trying
So
to
what
get
we've
out.
heard here is that if Galactus attacks, all we need is your dog.
Yeah, he just fell over. All the things
take over
his head
Galactus.
flew off, and that was about it.
Excellent.
Other than that, went to California for 4 days and ate really good food. That was the good. Hit a few restaurants we haven't hit for a while.
I got my first slab that looks like somebody's tried to scam me.
Nice.
Ooh, what'd you get?
I picked up a book. I saw this hasn't been completely recorded yet because I'm waiting for the resolution on everything.
Make him big. Make him big. We got to see it.
But so I picked up.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
First power draw. And if you look at it, look how crooked it is, right?
Yeah,
That's.
And
it's
so,
happened. I've seen that happen before.
No, so have I. And usually you can just tap it, whatever.
Tap.
And I would go tap it and it will slide. And now looking at it, and if you look at it for a second, where the inner well line is, the book starts. Let me see if I can get it. The book drifts. Here's the inner well up here, outside of the inner well.
Oh, so it's been busted, yeah.
And when you look, if I can get it up here, right here, you can start to see.
Yeah, it's outside the thing.
You can see it's actually cut.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
And then as you start to go down, it's actually sliced the whole way down. The book has there's some slab damage.
Yeah, right there.
Right here. And actually, as you go, if you were to compare this outside edge, and it's not showing up very well in this cam, so I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But there's a little bit, you can see it's different when you compare it to others. And the very top is actually gapped. There's a gap.
Geez.
Oh, yeah. So you think they swapped out a book and gave you a shittier one?
Yeah.
Rob, let me ask you, for a 9.2, what is that average at? What's the average value of that?
Like 150.
Yeah, why would somebody freaking go to the trouble for $150 slab to go and screw with it like that? I'm sure even if it was a 6.0 or a 5.0, so somebody would be willing to pay $70 for it.
I can't tell you why. All I know is what is.
What the hell?
So I mean,
I never looked at like I'm amazed. I'm amazed at how nuts people are.
Yeah, so I mean, so I've definitely gone through this and definitely seen, as I've continued to look at it and examine it, it's obvious at this point what has happened. Somebody cracked it. Somebody sliced the thing, removed the book, and put another book in there. Why? I don't know. For all I know, it could be the original book back in there. For all I know, but because is this book I think this book is probably more of an 8.5 when I look at it. So I don't think it's the original book. But anyways, so I have
so many things indicating that it's been tampered with, though.
Yeah. So I sent an email to the company that I acquired it through, and they're in contact with me, and they've looked at it, and they've all my pictures. I sent them a video of my unboxing showing me getting it this way, and they're reviewing all that and have said that it does look very suspicious and that they're going to get back to me tomorrow.
But here's a tip I could give everybody, just based on what you just said with damage to the slabs. I learned an expensive lesson this year. 2 times I got from eBay comics that were damaged in the mail. Mm-hmm. They were in slabs. The one slab was shattered all the way. You could tell it happened from the packing, and even though the packing was good, it happens. And then the other one was cracked right down the middle. It was a big hairline crack. So I did the process. The sellers were nice. They had no problem. They said return me the money, whatever the case is. Guess what eBay does? They charge me extra, and they deduct they out of the credit that they give me back. They deduct the shipping and handling and the taxes. I don't
Uh,
know. I didn't know if that was a thing, and I started getting to argument. They basically said I'm still on one of them for like 4 months now. I'm still going back and forth to get the credit back.
you were the seller, or
I
you
was the
bought it,
buyer. No, I was the buyer.
and you shipped it back to somebody?
I shipped it back. They sent me they sent me a email with the label.
Uh-huh.
I printed it out, put it on there, sent it back. When I got my credit back, they deducted the shipping and the taxes.
Yeah, the seller has the option of
That
covering
should
the
have been.
shipping.
That's bullshit. Yeah, that's
Twice this happened.
Yeah.
yeah. I would then leave the seller bad feedback.
Trailblazing, I still use Gemini's, and then priority mailboxes and everything else. So yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
So
just use Gemini's.
if I'm shipping raws, I doubt. I on my I have a video of how I do it, the no hassle way. But I use a little bit of bubble wrap, put it inside of a Gemini. The Gemini then goes in a legal priority
legal
legal
flat rate.
flat
That's what I
rate
do too,
because it's the
yeah.
cheapest way to ship. If I'm shipping slabs, I use domestically. I have slab shippers, and they go in the priority 1095 box, as they're specialized foam inserts meant for shipping slabs. That with a little bit of just a couple pieces of bubble wrap on the sides help to hold it in place, and that
Yeah.
takes care of it. If I'm shipping internationally, which I just did the other day, today actually I had to ship 4 slabs internationally. I always keep the CGC small boxes that they use and the bubble wrap that they have. And what I'll do is I'll take the slab, put a little bit of small bubble wrap, and then put that inside the big bubble wrap packaged exactly the way CGC does in their box, and we'll ship that internationally. Because those will be, when I ship those boxes, I just sent one today, a slab to Germany. It's less than 4 pounds. The size of that box, it qualifies for first class packaging or postage. And so it cost me only $24 to ship a slab to Germany.
That's not bad.
Not bad.
Yeah, they all went up. I mean, that's what do you do?
Have you been able to find a place that you can get discounted Gemini's from?
I buy them directly from Gemini.
The cheapest I've been able to find is $119 for 135 Gemini. Is that normal?
I don't remember what I paid for mine.
I'd have to look it up, but I just buy them directly from Gemini.
Yeah, the only time I ever bought them, I bought it from Gemini. The box is still back there.
I actually found them for that price both in both Gemini and on Amazon. And in Amazon, it's cost me cheaper because I don't have to pay for the shipping because of the Amazon Prime thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I was just wondering if there was any bulk places where I could find them even more cheap, or whatever the case is, or if there's
Not
any.
that I've ever found.
I
I've
doubt
also if you don't want to get the custom slab inserts and stuff, you can use pool noodles pretty well. I've done that before, and they're cheap. So
Anybody know where you can get, or what would be the best place? Because I'm doing that shop now. I told you guys about. I need to find something. I want to do some mystery boxes, cheaper mystery boxes. We're inside the shop.
I'm sorry, hold on. What price did you say you were paying for 135?
119, I think.
Okay. Well, Gemini directly, they're $99.95.
Yeah.
Probably plus shipping. So
for 100.
For 135.
For 135. So maybe
for 100 is $84.95.
Or so maybe that's the difference. It's the
shipping part.
Might be shipping or taxes. Yeah.
Everybody hit up Cole for a 15% off code, and then
Oh, they have those. They have
You can you can sometimes find them too. Cole said he'd get you 10 or 15% off too.
I'll try to do that then.
So
I found another alternative box company that has some weird mailers that I just ordered. When I get them, I'm gonna unbox them live and show people what I got, and I'll test them out and screw around with them and see if they're worthwhile or not.
Are they the U-line, or is it the Gator, the something guard?
Neither. It's some I don't know, Mickey Mouse company that I never heard of, but they look solid. and you can fit a lot in there. So and they come in different sizes. They come in 12 by 12 by 4. That way you can fit slabs in there. And then they also have 11 by, I think, 9.5 or 11 by 8.5. That fits perfectly comics in there. So
let me know. Let me know how they do, because, like I said, I want some mystery boxes for that shop, but I can't find decent holders. You know what I mean? I like to have them all. Right now, I'm using the bubble wrap USPS stuff, but I don't want to do that and then have a postal guy come in there and go, "What the hell is he using those for?"
or you have one of that open them up live and they start yelling at people for using post office materials.
Yeah, well, I use them to.
So we've got two different opinions. Colt likes their Tet Reptilian Overlord, and DJ hates him. So
I'm gonna test them out. I should have them next week, and I'll see if they're worthwhile or not.
Yeah.
But with the Geminis, I just like the fact that I don't have to add extra stuff. I take the Gemini, I put the comics in there. Maybe I'll put a little bubble in there if I need it, or a cardboard up and top, and I'm done. I don't even put them in a mailer. I just tape it up and send it out that way.
Yeah, but you know what I found? Because had this just come up, depending on where you're shipping it to. So I had the Gemini mailer that I had to ship to Gary B for his prize win. To ship the Gemini mailer by itself, it was going to be $11. To ship first class postage, to ship it, actually it was parcel post because it was over £1 domestic. You can't ship first class.
Yeah, if you put it in a flat rate,
so it had to be parcel. So to stick it in a padded envelope, it would have been $13. By sticking it in the legal flat rate envelope, it was $7.75. So I got it insured and shipped in 2 days across the country, guaranteed, for almost half the price as if I had stuck it in a goddamn freaking padded envelope.
That's what I do for all my eBay sales. I'll just Gemini it in a flat rate and call it a good
Yeah,
day.
but I thought the flat rates were like $9.95.
So that's if you go to the post. If you go to the post office,
Well, yeah,
but I use Pirate Ship. Pirate Ship right now. You also don't have to pay for the holiday surcharge on
You're
the
going
flat
right
rate.
to hell with that one, Trailblazing.
So since you don't have to, since you're not paying the holiday surcharge on flat rates, it's $7.75 for a legal flat rate envelope.
And eBay offers the same kind of deal.
There's a surcharge right now going on at the post office.
Yeah, there's a holiday
one.
Son of a bitch! That's why they charged me like $9 on a freaking package. I'm like, how is that possible? And I started getting into arguments with them, and they're like, "No, this is how it is." I'm like, "Are you kidding me?" Like they went over and like that's why they didn't even tell me there was a surcharge on it. You know,
no, they don't tell you anything. Here's what the rate is. Why would they?
But if you're serious, don't do that, Trailblazing, because comics are not media, and they can get sent back to you.
Yeah, especially if you're shipping internationally and you have to declare the HTS code.
Yeah. So Eddie sounds like Kathleen Turner because Eddie is Kathleen Turner.
If you're sending anything of significance through media mail, you got to be a little ballsy. I'll say that much because it's. Yeah.
Also, you're going to piss off everybody on the other end.
The other advantage I like about shipping priority whenever I can for in the States is simply in my mind, if they're putting it on a plane to get it across the country in 1 or 2 days instead of sticking it on the back of a truck, bouncing around, everything else, there's this much of a chance that it'll be handled a little bit nicer and there's less chance of getting damaged. Not a lot, just this much, but it's that much I'm willing to.
Well, because comics have advertising. You can't do anything with advertising with media mail. So you can do a graphic novel.
You're not supposed to. Yeah.
Yeah, you're not supposed to. But
people do, unfortunately. And they're wrong.
Not all comics have advertising. You got to open them up and make sure.
That's true. I mean, yeah, you're right. Like some of the indies don't, and like the graphic novels and stuff a lot of times don't. But
it's just you really don't want to take the chance. They basically wipe their asses with the media mail.
That too, yeah.
You know?
Yeah, AR. I'm buying
any book worth a damn. I ship it insured at full value in a flat rate because, like,
the only way I would send somebody media mail is if I'm like a goof on them or something. Yeah. So they don't know what the hell's coming in.
Or if I was just sending Kool-Aid comics, then.
Well, those go in priority.
Oh, clearly, yeah.
with the top loader, nice. we don't mess around with those.
Yeah, I used to reuse old Geminis, but for the most part, I don't now, unless they're going inside of other boxes. Mostly because I find that sometimes once they get banged around, sometimes they lose some of their protective capabilities, and I don't mind since I do enough giveaways, I prefer to make sure I just have good
Yeah.
products, and I pride myself that when people get my packages or my package, that they're satisfied.
Oh, I recycle everything. Everything. If I could use rolls of
Sub Brendan.
bounty to recycle and use that, that's what I pride myself in. How innovative I could get in recycling materials. But I don't have enough of them. That's the problem. So I have to always get new stuff. But if it's not beat to shit the Gemini, I'm using it again.
On the last mystery boxes right now, which I do have 7 mystery boxes left, but they don't seem to be going very well right now. I basically reused old Geminis, then put them into a medium flat rate box.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
I don't. I only use USPS for comics, Brendan. I've never really used anything else. So
The only time I use anything other than USPS is sometimes when I'm shipping internationally. Depending upon where I'm shipping internationally, sometimes it's cheaper to go UPS expedited or express, and so in those cases I'll use UPS. But otherwise, or sometimes it's also a speed thing, right? So if I send the other day I sent something to Mad Spidey, and if I ship it first class postage, its quote time is 2 to 4 weeks, and I could spend an extra $7 and put it UPS Express, and it'd be there within five to 7 business days. So I said, as a friend, I'm going to spend the extra $7 for the man, so he doesn't have to wait up to a month to get his package. Although, when you ship internationally, clearing customs is much smoother when you're shipping with the post office.
Is DHL still a thing?
It is, especially if you're shipping internationally.
Yeah.
But
my wife had a package show up last week, DHL.
But you need to have, if you want to ship DHL, you really need to have an account and have negotiated rates, because if you just go online to DHL and like try to book a thing, prepare to grab your ankles and sing songs you didn't know you could sing, because they are some pricey prices.
Yeah, but I know that if you do have an account with them, they could be actually a little bit more competitive than UPS.
Yeah, especially international.
Yeah.
And I've even been comparing, like I have both Pirate Ship and Shippo, and like I've noticed that like Shippo is on some international locations is slightly cheaper than Pirate Ship, but for the most part they're
all pretty much the same. Like,
yeah,
I know Shippo's the one
pretty
that
similar.
Whatnot uses, but like the USPS doesn't. Did they read the Order of the World? I did not. No, not yet, Cole. I need to still yet. I'm going to activate that DC digital sometime in the next couple of weeks, and then just read a lot of that shit.
I think this is great. This chat's hopping tonight, man.
I know we got a lot of people talking about comics. And
it must be CJ.
Stuff.
CJ comes on and look at this, man.
I know. Well, you know how it works. You know.
Yeah, everyone's here to.
And people come on. Why? By the way, you had 915 subscribers. Do you realize that?
It keeps fluctuating, but it's right around there. Yeah.
I'll tell you something really funny. I posted I'm starting up the spotlight thing again. Thanks to Rob and a lot of the people that have been nudging me, like, when the hell are you going to start it up? I'm going to start it up again. So probably next week you're going to start seeing a whole bunch of those videos start coming on again. I went through my old little promo video that I had everybody's channels that I was going through. I saw your channel.
Oh boy.
How many subscribers did you have about a year and a half ago?
I don't even know. Honestly, probably about 500, 600, something like that. So
775.
Oh Jesus. I'm a slow grower, not a shower.
Hey, I'll be sitting at 400 till I die.
You are the definition of molasses.
Well, yes, I am. I've been trying to get to 1K, but like Rob and Chris both lapped me handily. Like came from way behind.
Rob, by the way, was at 691.
Yeah,
he flew right past him.
Oh, I was really surprised when I was pulling my recordings and looking up those first shout outs that I got from Rod the Rican and also from Jimmy. You know, Rod, when he did the first one back in August of 2020, and it was like, I had 63 subscribers at that time. and then Jimmy, whatever, I was like 100 something. What was interesting was Jimmy was only at 300 at that time.
Yeah.
Back. Of course, he hasn't done it. He hasn't done anything in a
Well, that's another thing. Like my content kind of shifted. The unboxing match kind of died on ceremonious death, and I've really just been doing my weekly comic reviews. I need to get back into doing more content, and I moved to start a new job. I kind of ran out of energy, and I'm
Links was at 1.8.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Cole
only did a 128. I'm good today.
Nice.
Cole was at 85, I think, or something like that, 60 something. I don't know. So he had like well under 100. So it's funny how like in a matter of like a little over a year, how you see the shifts of everybody's channels go up.
Yeah, except mine.
My channel, mine has stayed the same.
You want to know how my channel's been going? Like this, boom, 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 boom,
Yes.
every freaking day. Rob, were you on me the other day? Then I got like over 300 again.
I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah, I got up to over 300 again. Now it knocked me down another like 40. I was like, what the hell's going on?
I've been sitting at 437 for months.
For the past 2 months, I've been having 50 sub swings going up and down, ups and downs. Like I don't know.
Weird.
Either somebody's screwing with me.
Either
somebody's screwing with me or something's going on. I don't know what the hell it is.
I keep bouncing up and down about the same too for the months and months. I've been around between like 905 and 9.
I've seen 5-10 sub swings. I get that, but I've been having extreme swings.
There were periods of times where I would see that happen.
Yeah, thanks, Joe.
When I was watching mine, or would periodically watch, because I didn't never really babysat my numbers, but I would see periods of stagnation and periods of all of a sudden where it would like seem like also would go for a bit and then it would stagnate stuff. So I think that's unless you've got something where you're really paying attention and you find something that actually you can correlate to your growth periods with something that you did and you can continue to replicate that. I think that's going to just happen. But I'm not a person who wanted to babysit all that stuff, and so I'm happy with the progress and the pace that I'm going.
I don't care if I go up or down. I want them to like leave me alone and not give me anxiety. They give me anxiety. I see it jump up. I'm like, oh wow, that's that. Now I got to do better content. Then all of a sudden it drops me down. I'm like, why am I bothering to do better content? It's dropping back down. It's giving me anxiety. Giving me algebra, basically going up and down. I don't like that.
I just open up boxes and say, fuck it.
Stay stagnant. That's it rather does that when then it does the extreme jumps. The extreme jumps drive me nuts. Because then I start getting competitive at that point. I'm like, oh, now I gotta up the game. And then all of a sudden it drops. The more you want to hear the funny thing is the least effort I put
Let's get him up there.
The least effort I put into that's right. We got to get a Northern Red way up there. The least effort I put in, the better the videos to do. Though the more effort I sit there and I edit it, I put music and I la la la.
Oh, I don't edit shit.
Nothing. Nobody wants to see it. It makes no sense to me. It makes no sense to me. So I don't like this. It's driving me nuts.
Okay, you guys, where's the best place to get 14x9 bubble mailers? Uline?
Yeah. You know what? I would look at your local packer. Every area has local places that have packing materials.
We don't. We have zero box shops. Walmart's our only option. There's nothing like that around here.
I'll be honest. I'm lazy, and I use my fact that I don't have to pay for shipping, and I just buy my stuff on Amazon Prime for the most part.
Sometimes looking, they got them on Uline. I think cheapest is like $42 for 100.
I've not heard of Sports Card Dad. I'll look them up, Brandon, and
for bigger boxes, I could help people out, like because I got like the old contacts and stuff like that. I used to use for my father's bakery when we used to ship stuff out.
There you go.
You got a lot of that stuff, but I don't have contacts or anything like that for the small mailers. The small mailers, kind of Gemini and a couple of Ulines and those kind of things. I have the market on those.
Thanks, Rob. Yeah, everybody go sub to Northern Red. Let's get him up there.
You got to see this guy's room. Have you ever seen Norrad's room?
Trying to find him. I can't copy that thing that Rob put on there. So
Hey, just go to the actual video.
Yeah,
It's got a funky display. He'll put a lot of our places to shame. Well, my place, I don't know, it'll definitely to shame. But he's got all these neon lights, these display cases, all kinds of stuff. You got to see he gave a couple of tours while I had him on a couple times. Orders.
awesome sauce.
Oh, I wasn't subbed to either. Sorry, Norrin. I am now.
I'm looking to see if I can get it on there. Let's see. Should come up right here. There he is.
Let's see how high we could get him, and then how fast Google could penalize him.
Wow.
Well, I just got him added. 34.
I'm so frustrated with the googly eyes.
I've been stuck at 400 probably for 8 months.
Well,
I've been
hang
happy
on.
with 400.
See what we can do here. You guys keep chatting amongst yourselves. I'll start dropping links. There's Cole.
Well, DJ's been promoting some people's stuff, I see.
He's promoting channel members.
Oh, yeah, I know. I'm a channel member.
He's taking turns, buddy.
I'm kidding.
Oh,
I'm just...
that's an
I did. I got his Christmas card finally.
There's Eddie's making shut the fuck
as well.
up.
That's another New Year resolution I'm doing as well this year. I'm stopping all subs all memberships on all channels. Periodically, I'll drop in a super chat for people just to support them. But I was supporting so many freaking membership channels that at the end of the day, I was like, it's like freaking a couple $100 a month that I'm paying in membership.
I can't even afford it. I only do one.
So I'm like, I did Rob's. I'll continue to do Rob's because it's for charity. If there's other ones that are like that for charity, I'll do them. Otherwise, I'm just going to stick to like super chats. I'll do a super chat here.
I didn't even know Rob had one.
It just launched the other day in your defense.
When you went
matter of fact, like yesterday, it went live, and I haven't had a chance. Kind of working on the the IG part of it, but yeah, it's $2.99 a month. It's not a big one. And
see, I can skim those on my credit card past my
100% of what comes back to me goes to Comics Curing Cancer.
Okay, DJ, I'll find my logo. My logo needs to be redone. It was done by Silverback Graphics, and ever since I won't buy his mystery boxes anymore, he won't send me the original. All I have is a decent photo. So I need to redo that. But I'll get you the newest. I'll get you the version. I'll get you the full. I need a new logo, new opening segment. I just don't have the. I'm not good at that crap.
And I know I'm going to piss off a lot of people with that whole membership thing, but I don't care.
No. People understand, dude, because they know that you can only do so many, and that people kind of move and flow around.
And then I got to pick and choose. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot easier for me to say, listen, I'm not doing it. When I'm on your chat, you say something I like, I'll send you a super chat just to support the channel, and leave me alone after that.
I just do the people I'm friends with. Rob, if Taylor did one, DJ. I mean, the guys on Instagram.
Well, the problem is everyone loves Journey.
Of course, everybody loves Journey. That's, of course, everybody loves Journey. But it's been getting nuts lately. Everything I like, buy my cup, buy my shirt, buy my this, buy my that. I'm like, what the fuck, man? I get buy everything. I don't want to buy everything. I don't want to fill my whole house with everybody's merch. I'll do it.
Did somebody say
merch and whatever.
Taylor's merch.
TaylorWinder.com.
Yeah, put your Taylor.
There you go. I've hit every link I can think of in the chat. If I miss anybody, I'm sorry. Let me know. I'll drop you. So
people should be sending me
DJ. I sent you Eddie's art.
Where'd you get? You have a copy?
Be sending me their merch so I can wear them, promote it for them, and they can make gazillions of dollars off of me promoting their material. And I'll only choose if I do that.
I'm going to make I'm going to make a new merch item just for CJ. They're going to be fingerless gloves, so he can.
Yeah, always get the original files.
Well, no. The guy did it as a friend to me.
I get it. I get it.
And it didn't cost me anything.
Yeah.
So it was cool. I still love the logo. I'm still going to use it.
Yeah, what I sent you, DJ, is not the original. Obviously, I don't have the access to the original, but it's a decent resolution.
What's up, Eric? How you doing, buddy?
I actually have a pair of weightlifter gloves with no fingers.
There you
go. Those were really popular in the 80s.
Kind of comic thing. I started playing video games again. I tried the Marvel's what is it, Midnight Suns game. I'm addicted. It's bad. You don't spend anything but just buying the game, so it's fun. It's definitely the artwork and the graphics and the all the different things like Ghost Rider getting on that fucking car is just. I mean, I don't know. I'm loving it.
Maybe we should make a comeback with the weightlifter gloves. I'm thinking now. That I think that
you get that, a fanny pack, some board shorts,
Well, he lives in New
muscle
York.
shirt, a muscle shirt,
some tie dye and acid wash jeans.
a tie dye muscle shirt with some board shorts or denim
No. He
jeans,
lives in New York.
and a fanny pack that you wear on the front.
Just
And
go full
gloves,
Judd Nelson in
and a painter's cap.
Yeah.
Get yourself a painter's cap.
And then I could look like what's it called? Come on, Eileen video, right?
Yeah.
Oh God, I love
just
this
fist pump like the end of the movie. His name is. Why is that movie blanking me?
Breakfast Club.
Yeah, there we go. That's Jesus Christ. Yeah.
You really forgot Breakfast Club.
Yeah, it's my bedtime, Eddie.
You know what? Sometimes you're allowed to have mental slips.
Yes.
I did watch Black
Listen,
Adam.
this is cranky old men here. I'm going to be slipping further. So fuck off.
I did see Black Adam. Too bad it's all over now, but I kind of enjoyed it.
Yeah, that's all right.
And we got about 2 weeks.
Oh, aggressively. Sorry, I'll link you.
2 weeks and a few days until Black Panther hits Disney Plus. So I'll catch up on all the movies at that point. I think it's like January 20th. They said it's coming out, so I'll finally watch it.
You know what? Maybe I should make my own merch with obnoxious comments on there.
I got this one. My wife showed up. A late Christmas present showed up.
People will love that.
TJ, you need the shirt that's just like it is right now, what we can see on screen. So it goes around the front, that it stops at the neck, and it feeds into the arms. So that way people put it on, and their head becomes your face.
That's scary in itself.
Whatever.
That's exactly what we need.
Join my channel membership. It'll be called the Link Squid. It'll be great.
Yeah, well, I'm happy. I'm happy with the. I guess I'm putting together something because I got to thank everybody who did become members, at least for right now, because it does all add up pretty well to help comics carrying cancer. So
I'll be on there probably soon.
Oh, by the way, now that you said thank you for sending a letter after C3. I never thanked you for that. You probably said that to everybody.
We sent. So what we did is we couldn't do it to everybody necessarily, but we did do everybody who there was a certain threshold of where people spent a certain amount of money that we did send to all the people who'd spent over a certain threshold. Got a special thank you letter. And then also the people who donated a certain amount of product, that helped to the cause as well, got stuff and like that. So, and that's also some people who I wouldn't maybe necessarily normally in the past have sent them a Christmas card or a holiday card. They got a holiday card as well because of their donations to C3.
That was a really nice thing you did. Thank you.
Well, I'd like to take full credit, but DJ said, Rob, you need to fucking send. No, DJ helped me work on it. It was something we both knew needed to be done as professionals.
DJ shouldn't be complaining because I drop super chats on him every so often, so he should not be complaining.
I don't know that DJ complains.
He just said nobody's going to buy a merch.
About anything.
No?
But there you go. There's your first slogan for the merch, though.
Yeah, you know what? My first shirt's going to say "fuck everyone." And
their merch.
That'd be great.
And your merch, yeah.
You see a parody of Kool-Aid Man busting through a wall saying that, and I'd buy that.
Fuck your merch. That's going to be the first. That's it. You know what?
Yeah.
That's it. That's going to be the first T-shirt.
Yeah.
And if I'm the only one wearing it, that's enough for me.
I'll find the T-shirt my wife got me. It says, I don't cuss much, and the very last line says, fuck off.
Nice.
It just arrived in the mail today. It's in the other room. She got a late Christmas present showed up. And I'm like, where the hell am I going to wear that in Utah? I'm going to wear it around Utah. I'm going to wear it around town. Fuck everybody.
You know what? I'm going to get to work on Teespring.
I know there's a lot of overlap in the collecting. I don't really collect the sports card stuff.
I've seen several people who, Sith Lordley's been talking about it and swears by it. He's been doing a lot of pack rips and stuff for sports cards and Pokemon cards and whatever else. And
some of that shit gets
swear it does, but And I don't know what else he's doing with them. Maybe he's reselling them or something. I don't
Well, I
know.
know Adrian APM has kind of shifted a little bit to that, and so like Jeff Silversmith has done a lot of that too. So yeah,
I know that
in the past I did a few of that kind of crap, but now I like the Marvel cards, and like they're so expensive. Like the Star Wars ones, the latest ones, like a Chrome set. Normally, last year that box cost you $120. Now that box costs you $350. Not worth the fucking money.
I don't know. Whatever the thing is with them, but I know that a lot of people swear by them from a standpoint of shorts and building up subscriber bases and whatnot. But
these cards are kind
that's
of
not
cool.
what I'm after. So for me,
I've got zero interest in that.
Yeah.
I
have to agree with CJ on this one. Although
I'd rather watch paint dry.
Although I fully understand that, I can accept it. Hey, look, for some people in that channel, if they're either A, focused on channel growth, or B, that's something that they're interested in, taking it on, great. I mean, it's just like, look, my other interest is barbecue. So every once in a while, I shoot out a barbecue video or something, right? Because that's something that appeals to me. And look, it may not appeal to everybody, and I'm not advocating it as growth, and I'm not chasing growth as my first and foremost, most important thing in my life. So,
you know, the only packs I'd be interested in seeing people open up in front of me and like show me one at a time is if they got their hands on those wacky packs. Remember those old wacky packs? And
I got a stack left of them. I still have a stack.
And start showing off the weird like things that are politically incorrect right now. That stuff I'd like. Maybe some of the old Garbage Pail Kids I'd find interesting what they say and stuff like that. But I don't want to see somebody opening up packs of baseball cards with about 90% scrubs in there. And like, ooh, I got this, but it's shiny, so it's worth $1. I don't care. I don't care.
I do have on my workbench out there still that I found the other day. It's a 1991 Fleer pack that's completely sealed still. I guess maybe I should open it at some point. Just
the latest ones that are out now. That I know nobody gives two shits about NFTs, but DC does these now, and you download the app, and then all you have to do is scan that part. It gives you a digital card, but some of these damn things, you get a loan of print run, they're $300-400 a card.
You want to talk about cards that are worth money? Grab some Mars Attacks cards from the 1950s or 60s, whenever.
Oh, the original ones, yeah, those are.
You want to talk about serious cards? Those are find a pack of those and open them up. I look to see
Jesus. Talk about a merchandising whore who's quick with the trigger.
Yeah, damn, dude.
What do you like? What's that say on there?
That's a link squid.
Oh, there you go.
That's a. Don't fuck with Mr. Links. He will slap you down hard and fast.
A little bit of Photoshop. 10 seconds later, it's there.
My first shirt's going to say Squirt Squad on it. That'll be my rebuttal.
Squirt on your merch.
No, I think I'm gonna stay with the merch. I think that's good. That's a good way to start.
Definitely.
Well, guys, listen. I got to get to bed. This is my.
What time is it there? What time is it over there?
It's not like 9:45, but I got to work at 7 in the morning. So.
Oh my god!
Yeah, I'm up at 5:45. So.
Yeah, Eddie, you're in a different. Do we have to explain time zones again?
Yes, I know that, but I barely sleep.
I'm in New York. I'm
I know you're in town, yeah. But
I gotta get up in the morning too.
All right. Well, everybody, go over to Journey's channel next then.
Or you know what else is on? People who are on right now, the C-List Villain podcast is on.
We're going to see this villain. Go hit up one of those guys. So,
make sure I'm going to run a stream.
Hopefully, you all like subbed up to everybody I sent links to, because that's what it's all about, is getting everybody growing together like a bunch of naked,
like a giant tentacle monster, like the winged
squid. Yeah, like the.
So good night, and yes,
next week we'll be on my channel.
Next week we're on Eddie's channel, Old Man Collectibles. What else you got coming up, Eddie?
Mystery boxes.
Eddie follows Instagram and buys mystery boxes. Stops bitching about it, or stops doing shameless thing in every goddamn chat I'm in. Rob, what do you got coming up?
There'll be some unboxing on Thursday, but Saturday only slabs, 11:30 a.m. Pacific, 2:30 p.m. Eastern. Man Cave Comics will be kicking off the new year for us.
Nice.
And
what about you, Journey?
Well, as you guys might or might not know, if you look at my content, I started launching the WTF videos again today.
Nice.
There's another one premiering tomorrow, and I'll have more and more coming in. The spotlights will be coming by next week. I already have half, so I just got to make sure that I update them somewhat and make sure that their content hasn't changed and whatever the case is. And Insomniac.
Nice. And I've got my comic book review show come on tomorrow night at 8:30 Central Time, and then I'll have my hopefully by yet this week my top 10 of 2022. I'm not making that big on nothing because go Packers. But yeah, so my top 10 comics 2022. At some point in the near future, I am going to start a 1,000 follower push because at the current rate, I'm going to get there sometime in mid 2027, right about when everyone's going to get their CBCS books back from grading. So.
Well, mine will be CGC Golden Age comes back.
Eddie, don't step on my joke, you son of a bitch. I will touch you.
Well, Taylor, I'll tell you this much. When my spotlight video on your channel comes out, it's either going to blow up your channel or it's going to
blow it up. Either way, it's getting blown.
Something's going to happen.
Nice.
Something's going to happen. For better
First
or
time
worse.
For everything.
Well, good night, everybody. Thank you all so much for jumping in. Hit up Eddie's channel next week. We'll be over there. I appreciate everybody showing up. It's a pretty crowded night.
Yeah, it was kind of fun, guys. Have fun.
All right. Talk to you soon.
Night.
Don't be a dick.